Hang on, I can't see out of one eye. Yeah, he is. Oh, he's blind. There we go. Okay. Live. There's showtime. Let's go for it. Okay, hi guys. It's Seven here from Helixxvr, and we're doing our new release show. If you want to see, we've had a few people asking us how we do our new release show and what it's like. So if you jump over to our YouTube channel, you actually see this being streamed from my point of view, or you can watch it on Facebook and watch it from the point of view that it's supposed to be. Okay, so this week it is week 33, and we've got lots of stuff coming out. So first of all, okay, it's been a great week for VR as always. And we are very, very close to hitting our 1,000 on the YouTube channel. So what we will ask you to do, guys, if you're watching this, please jump over and hit that 1,000 so that we can not get kicked off of YouTube when the 17th comes. And also, if you're really, really good fans of Helixxvr, can you just please load up one of our playlists, stick it on play, and leave it running in the back of your video for like forever? Yeah? Okay, because that would be really nice of you as well. And I know Kermie's going to tell me off for that, but hey, I don't care. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't care. Guys, let's get these numbers up. We need that 4,000 hours of VR. Anyway, let's get back to the show and what you're tuning in to watch. And it's all new releases this week. So first game up this week is Stunt Corgi VR, and it is available on the Vive. This game is for the younger players of the VR world out there, I would say. And if you basically like making dogs jump through hoops, this is the game that will suit you. For me, it's very similar to playing the board game Mousetrap, where you set up a string of different tasks and then set the dog off on his rampage, and he goes around and knocks things over and stuff like that. Okay, the use of props is brilliant. The actual animation is very, very good, and we had a bit of fun in it. As I say, it's really for the younger person out there. But anyway, have a look at the trailer and see what you think. And if you like it, go out and buy it. Okay, guys. So now that this is happening, okay, you will see that there's actually nothing going on. We're just stand here. I talk to myself. Kermie will normally tell me off at this point, but because we're live on YouTube, he can't tell me off. Hey, Jay's joined. Guess who the special guest is? There we go. That was nice and sleep. So there we go. This is us. I'm watching stream, watching us, watching it. So that's a pretty good game. It's quirky. This game is. Yeah, this is why we chose it this week. I'm sure Kermie will be counting in any time now. Okay, and there we go. Kermie's counting me in. Okay, so guys, there we go. Game 2 this week is Cricket Club on the Vive. Now, get those cucumber sandwiches out and a cup of tea and enjoy a proper gentleman's game of cricket. Experience realistic game of cricket in VR. That's basically what this is. I'm not sure about strapping my controller to a cricket bat, but I do hope that the devs will install the Vive tracker into this game at some point. Most part of it, it's actually fun to play, and if you're watching it on the screen, it's actually fun to watch as well. You can experience up for a slow bowler all the way up to really, really fast bowling that you would get in a proper cricket game. The atmosphere is fantastic. It's actually, I believe it's recorded and set in a real live cricket stadium, pitch, match, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I don't really follow cricket. Anyway, all I know is that we beat Australia. So guys, if you're Australian, I do apologise. We just beat you at the second day, whatever it was that England were playing. Anyway, okay, so if you're a sports person and you want to try something different in VR, and you've tried the tennis and the table tennis and all those things, how about having a go at cricket? Okay, let's have a look at what this is, and we're going to jump straight over to our interview. So let's see what's happening. Okay, so, and basically then I just jump out again, and we watch myself, and Kermie will turn around and tell me what's going on. So this is actually, it's not, it doesn't look a bad game, does it, Kermie? Yeah. Subbuteo, I mean, I think obviously football and that would work very well if they did it in a Subbuteo thing, and I think people are going to look at this and go, we didn't think of that. Definitely, it's got some good options on there, and yeah, the players do look like Subbuteo, but I don't think you can move them around. Anyway, as I say, I didn't like the idea of people tying my controller to the cricket bat. Well, you're definitely going to smash it on the wall. Okay, but there we go. Anyway, guys, so this will be cutting out very, very soon, and then we're going to go over to our interview, and that means I get to stand around for even longer. Okay, guys, we're on to the interview section of the show, and this week we haven't got a developer, we've got someone really special. Actually got two people, but you can only see one of them. And we have John and Stephen from VR Simulators in Glasgow in Scotland, United Kingdom. This will come with subtitles, guys, so don't worry about it. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, and you've got something which is very, very unique. It's the first time something like this has been done in Europe. Would you like to explain to everyone what it is?
So we are opening Europe's first full motion virtual reality racing centre. It's a bit of a mouthful, but we have 11 racing simulators with motion-based platforms running virtual reality using the Oculus Rift, and we're going to be hopefully open in the next 2.5 weeks, and we'll be offering race events to members of the public and giving them the opportunity to race in virtual reality using Project Cars 2.
Excellent. Now, there we go. That's something very good. We like playing our racing sims on the show. I know Flag and Kermie, they're our racing sim boys, and they quite often set up a little server on their own in the afternoons and play. So what made you want to do racing sims in VR? I mean, a lot of people are opening VR centres. What made you want to do the VR racing sim?
So basically, about 4.5 years ago, I wrote down a list of the complaints that you get from customers in a go-karting track. Mm-hmm. So customers will always complain about the go-karts don't go the same speed, which there's nothing you can do about that. There's no solution to that. You can't make 26 mechanical cars all go identical speeds. A guy who's 25 stone never seems to go the same speed as a guy that's 8 stone, and I can't change the laws of physics. And there was a whole host of other complaints. People have accidents, they can break bones, and they can't have alcohol. You can't split the races. So if you've got 4 people who are in as a family and 4 people who are in and they're hooligans, and you put them on the track together, there's carnage and you get complaints and stuff like that. So I tried to come up with a solution for them all, and in most cases, there was no solution, regardless of the budget that you gave them at the workshop. They cannot make everything work smoothly in a go-karting track. So I come up with the idea of a racing simulator centre, and I started doing a lot of research into the VR. I've tested out practically every racing simulator in the world, from ones at £2,000, £3,000, £4,000 all the way up to your £100,000 simulators. Luckily, we got a simulator set up in the house, and over the last 4 months, we've refined it in such a way that we think it's ready to go to market.
Excellent. Now, you're saying that you're using the Oculus Rift. Was there a reason why you chose the Oculus over the Vive or the PSVR or any of the other units that are out there? For me personally, it was always the Oculus or the Vive, and Oculus dropped the price. Oculus dropped the price, and I like Mr. Zuckerberg, and I thought, you know what, you've just sold me on it. So when you're buying 11 of them, £200 a headset adds up. It does,
I think the headphones made a big difference as well. The Oculus came with the headphones.
Exactly. You have to
11 headphones.
The headset for the Vive is the extra add-on and things like that. Okay, that makes sense. So you've obviously been trialing this out with all your friends and things like that. Now, 7 is always controversial, okay? I'm going to say this now because I'm going to upset everyone out there that's watching it. So who's better, the women or the men?
Well, the funny thing is, it's actually one of the things that's in our business plan is the fact that, in for example, the go-karting track that I ran down in London, only 77% of our customers were female. And one of the things that I researched over the years was, why is it that women make up such a low percentage of a go-karting track's turnover? And the reason why is because of the fear of getting injured and breaking their arm and whatever. So we actually suspect with this VR centre that we're going to get a lot more women than what your average go-karting track in Glasgow would do. In terms of who's better, I don't want to offend.
Sorry, don't worry.
I'll give you an example. My girlfriend, when we were running Dundee karting, we had around 150 3-metre steel barriers, and over 2 years we broke 3 of them, and 2 of them were my girlfriend. So that shows you how bad she is at driving.
Okay, well, we'll just keep her... when we come to challenge you for a race, okay, she'd be the one that I'm racing. Yeah? I'm guaranteed to win then. Okay, so you're opening up in a couple of weeks' time, and obviously you want to get as many people down as possible. So, guys, if you are in like Glasgow or the United Kingdom or in Europe anywhere, because this is the only one in Europe, so it gives you an excuse to go and visit Kermie and these guys. You can pop down and see it. Whereabouts in Glasgow is it, so that people know where to go?
So we're based in the city centre, just next to Merchant City, the Gallowgate. You know, it's fairly central. You get good parking. There's a pub across the road. You know, so you can have a drink.
There's a pub on every corner in Glasgow.
I know. It was really funny. We had our first practice event on Sunday. One of our friends owns a hairdresser's around the corner, so six of them came down, and they brought down a carry-out, and it turned into carnage because they were all steaming drunk by the time we got to the qualifying race. So.
That's how we get our best recording, isn't it, Kermie, when you've had a few vodkas? Okay, now, obviously the racing sim, is it just in the arcade that they're going to be able to race each other, or are you open so that people around the world can race you as well, or you can connect up with other centres?
Initially, we were going to run LAN, but we do have plans. Our long-term plan is to open one of these practically in every city in the UK, and long-term we hope to have, you know, leagues and teams, so Glasgow can race against Leeds, and Manchester can race against Liverpool. But due to the money that's been put into it and the time that's been put into it, we're just, you know, starting with the basics, and then these are things that will come online after a few months. We're already looking at venue 2, even though we've not opened venue 1. We're already trying to identify potential properties for doing this in Edinburgh.
Brilliant. That sounds like you've definitely got a very busy year ahead of you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so obviously you've got your arcade set up with your racing sims. Are you going to have other VR games in there as well, or is it just purely for the racing, or is there like a little area for other VR?
Our plans are to expand into at least 2 other additional simulators. I've tested the Omni platform, and I think the market for that is going to be a lot bigger than the market for racing. You know, everybody wants to play Call of Duty and stuff like that. The problem is getting the commercial licensing for these games is a lot harder than, you know, for example, Project Cars 2. You drop them an email and they get back to you straight away. Right, here's a commercial license package. Here's what we expect of you. Blah blah blah. You email Call of Duty and you do well to get a reply. So what we're trying to do is launch the venue so that when we do approach these big game manufacturers, that they actually take us a bit more seriously. And when you turn around and say you've got a business plan and it's on paper, you know, they tend to think, they probably get hundreds of emails like that every day. So we have tested the Omni. The Omni probably lags behind, although it's fantastic. It's by no means a finished product yet. I know they're having problems with it. It's, for example, splitting your lower body movement from your top body movement is a bit of an issue that they're trying to resolve. Not to mention the games that they develop. They don't have, you know, for example, we want to basically build a second level onto the simulator centre that we've got, and we want to put in 10 Omni, maybe even 12. But they don't have the ability to do 6v6 yet. And I think that's a massive part of it. If 10 people were coming down on a stag do or a stag night, and they I said to them, right, do you want to go and shoot? They were like, yeah, but can I shoot my friend? Nobody really wants to play against AI. The AI can complement, for example, our racing centre. We can have 10 or 11 people in a race with 10 or 11 AI. That's perfect. That's what AI should be. It should complement the race. But if you were to put 10 drivers in here and they were all racing separately, I don't think there's as big a market for that.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. Well, it's there are lots of things coming out in VR. I mean, it's changing all the time. So I'm sure someone will come out with some solutions there for you within the next couple of months or within the year anyway. Because
the other thing that we can do, which we're looking into, is we can actually convert our current simulators to flight simulators. However, we don't think there's as big a market there for that. However, somebody chapped our door about an hour ago and said, I want to fly. He's actually got, the guy's got a fear of flying. His daughter's wedding, he was telling us a story about how his daughter's wedding was 12 years ago and it was over in Italy and it took him 2.5 days to get there because he was scared of flying. So he said, I seen your sign, VR simulators, can you put me in a plane? And I said, not yet, but hopefully 3 or 4 months down the line, this is something that we're going to look at. It's not as big a market, but, if we can adapt the simulators to do that, then it's something that we'll look at as an expansion.
Excellent. Brilliant. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for coming on the show and telling us about it. Now, guys out there, if you are in Glasgow or you want a trip, go and find these guys, go and race the cars, go and experience what it's like playing Project Cars in VR. If you haven't played VR and you want to go and actually check it out because you've seen us doing stupid things in VR and you want to see what it's actually like, you can go down there and play the games and you experience what we experience in VR. We're going to go back to the second part of the show. We're going to find out what Game of the Week is. But I do appreciate you guys coming on the show, so thank you very much.
No problem.
Really good luck with everything, and hopefully we'll do a follow-up in a few months' time when you're opening up your second centre, and you can come and tell us all about it and how it's all going.
No worries at all.
Brilliant.
Excellent. Right, let's go and see what Game of the Week is. Hey, there we go, guys. And thank you very much for those boys for coming on and giving talk about their sim. And hopefully when they launch in a couple of weeks' time, it's going to be a big success and suggest you go down there. Anyway, this is the main reason that you're tuning in, to find out what our Game of the Week is. And, well, Kermie's going to get the fanfare ready and I'm going to turn around and announce it. So, Game of the Week is Battle Sky VR. Fanfare, please. Okay, this is another game where you fly around and destroy your opponents. There is a single player mode on here, and then there is the multiplayer. The multiplayer is fantastic. You get to choose between 3 characters currently at the moment. You've got Jet 9 that flies like Iron Man. You've got Draco, which is the dragon, and you actually have to flap your arms to fly around. So, unlike some of the other flying games where you've got jetpacks and things like that, this you actually do have to wave your arms up and down to fly, and you can. It's a massive dragon, and it's really, really good. The details are fantastic. And then there's the third one, which is Lady V, I believe her name is, and she's got some stunning powers, and she also looks very good. So, guys, you fly around, you destroy each other in a multiplayer game, 2v2, and they've also got an escort mode, which is based on Overwatch. So if you've played Overwatch before, then this is very similar to that. You have to destroy your enemies before they can get the cargo to the checkpoint. For us, we've been testing it for months now, and we've had a great time in it every single time we play it, and it just gets better and better. The devs listen to a lot of our feedback that we've done, and the game just has come on leaps and bounds. We really enjoy it, and it's definitely well deserving of Game of the Week for Helix. So, well done, Battle Skies, and let's actually have a look at the game being played. Do you see what I... for Jay for joining us. And okay, so there we go, guys. That is a fantastic game and well deserving of Game of the Week from Helixxvr. And we suggest you go out and buy it. It's available on the Rift and the Vive, and you are going to have so much fun with it. We will be playing it over the weekend, so if you do go out and buy it this weekend, look out for us or send us a message on Facebook and find out if any of the Helix team are on, and we will jump in and give you a game because, as I say, we'll be playing it this weekend and we thoroughly enjoy it. So people that are watching, hi Teresa, thank you for watching, and Jay, thanks for tuning in. And that is the end of the show. So before I go, we've got to do our little mantra. So if you love what we do and if you really enjoy watching our shows and you find them useful, please ring that bell and subscribe to us on YouTube. Tweet us on Twitter, itch us on Twitch, smash us on Smashcast, discuss with us on Discord, leave a steamer on Steam, and F us on FBook. Until next week, guys, don't forget you can enter our giveaway competition of Box VR over on our YouTube channel, and I will catch you next week with another new release show. Goodbye.